systems go. Clear for liftoff. Welcome back to another episode of PGA Tour Showdown. We are not done with round one just yet. We have a few guys still on the golf course. They did, in fact, just blow the horn. I think Wyndham Clark, our leader, just went in the bunker on number 7. A few things I want to say. First of all, about number 7. If you were at Shinnecock, you could see it. But there is no words to describe how much of an angle that green is on. Like, it's legitimately like this. So you see so many guys missing left in that bunker. Like, oh, why not just hit it on the green? So many guys are hitting it left in that bunker. If you do miss right in that bunker or right on the other side, there is a 0%. Literally, I would say 10% chance, 1 in 10 balls you're getting up and down if you do miss right. So everyone's missing left in that spot and giving them a more reasonable up and down. Wyndham, in fact, just did miss left, but everyone, I watched golf all day today, and everyone missed left in that bunker on number 7. But nonetheless, we had quite an interesting day around Shinnecock. Wyndham is currently 6 under, and then everyone behind him is 2 under, 1 under. Anything, I mean, I would have signed for a 3 over round today, 4 over rounds today. We saw Brooks Koepka win this event back in 2018, shooting 5 over in the first round. I mean, unless you absolutely ejected and just like made multiple 7s, you're 6 over. I don't think you're out of this golf tournament. Like, this is going to be a grind to the very, very end. So let's bring up the leaderboard. Let's talk through how some of these guys did it. We're going to do it a bit different rather than just go golfer by golfer. But here you see all of the guys. Wyndham Clark, 6 under, probably going to be 5 under unless he gets 7 down. Then Sam Stevens. What a gutsy round from Sam Stevens today. I think he opened with a double. Yeah, he started on 10, opened with the double, made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 birdies and 2 other bogeys to pair for a 2 under round. Very, very impressive. Ryder Cohen, look at this round today. What did he start? 4 under? No, 3 under, and then came back down, birdied his last. Very, very solid round. Looking at like the scoring and how guys did what, I'm gonna put these ranks up. So here you see the data golf, not strokes gain, but rankings, and you could see it is a lot of strokes gain approach to the top, strokes gain putting to the top. Basically opposite of what I said would be the key stats, but it's not necessarily opposite because the key stats are set up by things. You could also see a lot of long. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys who are long distance guys inside of the top 11. Not as many accuracy guys. Wyndham Clark doesn't even have that distance thing, but we know Wyndham Clark is an extremely, extremely long hitter. So I do think that distance and around the green combination is the formula for success. Obviously, I did mention it, but I don't think like someone's going to just gain 7 strokes around the green and win this golf tournament, but you have to have an extreme short game to have good rounds. So I just don't think I don't think it's going to show up in the stat line like, oh my God, X guy won this with a great around the green performance, but it's just not going to get, you're going to get penalized tremendously, immensely. I don't even have words for it, for a bad short game. So I'm still looking for the driving distance paired with the around the green. If you have the driving distance, you can set up the wedges. I mean, you see, like if you're hitting the ball long and straight off the tee, you have wedges to some of these holes. And also, like, I love how you guys are seeing. I was talking about how soft the golf course was, and I got a few comments like, is it actually that soft? Like, is it going to be easy? I was like, I promise it's not going to be easy, but just watch. It's so comically soft. Like, you saw the Harry Higgs clip first thing in the morning. He spun off a wedge like it was the Pebble Beach in January. Like, it's comically soft because it had to be, guys. It had to be. The golf course had no choice but to be as soft as it was, and we're going to see some more of that as we go to the weekend. So let's look at the weather for tomorrow, see what it's going to set ourselves up for, and look at some of the wave splits for today and tomorrow. So tomorrow, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., we have very, very, very similar weather, at least weather forecasted. Wind direction is different, a little bit different than it was today. So expect some holes to play easier or harder. And wave split for today, we saw the morning wave play almost 4 strokes over par, where the PM wave is just under 3 strokes. There is still golfers on the golf course, but that is definitely something to make some notes about. Like the wind, I told you guys on what day was that? Yesterday in the Boots pod. You guys asked me about wave splits. I said I don't know if there's going to be necessarily a wave split, but there could be a 2-hour period where you can shoot 4 or 5 under because the wind just gets died down. That happened, guys. That happened the last hour and a half or hour or so. We saw Wyndham make a ton of birdies. We saw Dustin Johnson make a ton of birdies. So if you could take advantage of that stretch, I mean, you don't even have to be leading at that stretch, but if you could just take advantage, stay under the bus, like keep yourself through the cut line, make a few birdies when the field has had trouble on those holes in the earlier parts of the day, you're making your hay. So I didn't say I was going to predict like the 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. window is going to be easier. So play golfers who are on holes X through X through this time of the day. But I did say it was probably smart to play guys from an hour tee time stack, play 3 or 4 golfers who were just going off in an hour window, because if they hit that blessed window of easy golf, you could be in for a nice little day. So that's what happened today. We'll see how it pans out going forward. Let's look at some contest selection for tomorrow before we get into some of the golfers that we want to talk about. So PGA Tour, this is a very, very, very unique contest tomorrow. It is a $180 2 max entry. It's very unique. First place gets $3K, so you could turn 180, 360 into 3 racks. 16th place gets paid 10% of first place. I think this is one of the greatest contests, one of the most unique contests we've ever seen. Obviously, this is a pretty rare payout structure. Pays out top 16 people, and there's only 67 people in the contest. You watching this, you can beat 67 people. You can beat 66 people. You max under this. Not everyone's going to max under this. You put your 360 in there. I really think you could beat 65 other people, 66 other people. So this is a great contest. Definitely the contest of the day for me. I really think it's unique. I love the payout structure, and that's kind of where I will be making my hay for tomorrow. Let's take a look at the site. If you are new to the site and you want to touch on the Showdown content, we have projections. We have the stone. This is the Showdown projections from today. We have, the stone. Here we go. The stone probably not up yet. Yeah, this updated rounds 2 through 4. We have the slate plan, which is my picks and my little report, spike report, a ton more. So if you want to join this, you should use that code BOOTS. You can get a free week. And if you want if you just want the golf, right here, PGA plus optimizer, you get Saber Sim. You just want the content, bang, right here. Use the code BOOTS for 10% off plus 3-week trial. You want everything else. We have no NBA right now because NBA is done. MLB, MMA, NHL, ton of great stuff. NFL is probably closer than it really seems. It's almost August. Yeah, almost July. So yeah, you want to join the nation, use code BOOTS. So next thing I want to touch on is the golfers. I want to go through stats, go through styles of plays that we are looking for. I'm going to bring the strokes gain back up and really touch on it. I'm not really diving into a wave split because although it did play easier in the afternoon, that's no guarantee. That is no guarantee. Most golf courses on a weekly basis, daily basis, play easier in the morning. So I'm not chasing an afternoon potential buyback since it worked today, and it's not even guaranteed to work today because there's still guys in the golf course. I'm not going to stack a wave split. I'm just going to go balance, play the golfers I want to play, look for distance, look for nice little approach, and look for a short game that has some legs. I cannot have a weak short game at all. So right here, I wouldn't mind at all going back. I guess I'll start from top to bottom. Rory McIlroy, shot a 1 under round today, and that was probably the worst he could have shot today. He had chances to really put the pedal down. But nonetheless, great start for Rory McIlroy, gaining a stroke and a half on approach, only 0.17 strokes off the tee. We know the off the tee game is his best, and a fine around the green performance. And we know he's a great around the green player to really boost that in the right direction. I love what Keith Mitchell did today. Like the man, like shot 41-29. That's at a U.S. Open. That is insane. If he could keep that 29 momentum coming into round two, I'm definitely in. And he was fine. Like the stats are showing in the right spot. He was okay around the green. Like not the best, but a 0 is fine. I talked badly about Chris Wrighton today. Ended up shooting even par, and I was like, I do not trust his short game at all. That's already showing some red signs. So this could be a -4 week in the short game. I would fade that Chris Wrighton because I could see bad things coming for him tomorrow. Who else do I like? I would go back to Joaquin Niemann. I know we didn't really play Joaquin Niemann, but he's only through 14 holes right now. He's gaining strokes in every category, but -0.2 on the greens. Plenty of room to gain on the greens. The short game is there. The approach is there. He's definitely a long hitter, checking every single box that I'm looking for. So I'm definitely liking what I see from Waco. Who else we got? I worry about Sam Burns, even though he is having a nice driving week. I worry about he's going to get himself in a little bit too much trouble off the tee. So it's not my favorite play in the world. Who else are we looking for? Some guy. Shout out Marcelo Rozo. A nice little start today. He was like our $5,100 play. We talked about him yesterday. Cam Young, I think, is an absolutely great profile. But this brings us back to what we talked about Cam Young the past few weeks. What is his stat line? 0.5 off the tee, +3 on approach, +1.2 around the greens, -2.5 on the putting greens. I'll tell the story again. I will. Cameron Young grew up in New York. He played a ton of golf in this area of the country, and this is where he learned the game. And for the first few years on the PGA Tour, in his professional golf career, Cameron Young would always look so miserable. He would be like, you guys know, like Cameron Young just looked miserable out there always before he started to win. And then what happened? He won at the Wyndham. He won at Doral. He won at the Players. 3 wins on Bermuda grass after he moved to Florida. Now, he's back up north on the Bent Poa mix, on the grasses that he grew up on. And I think that is back in his head when he gets on that bent grass. He's like, oh, this reminds me of why I hate golf. This is like my childhood. I was getting pushed to play every single day, and it just makes me so angry. It's a joke story, but the stats line up, and it's lining up again. So I'm avoiding Cameron Young, but I'm going to say it every single time at all. I would not try to predict weather for tomorrow. I agree. I definitely agree. Would you factor that in evaluating the strokes gain data from today? A little bit. Like I think as much as the stats in the PM wave, like it wasn't even the whole PM wave. It was basically just the last 2 hours. Take it with a grain of salt for sure. I don't think it's you don't have to go too crazy with, okay, if you played in the PM wave today, your stats actually aren't good. I don't think it's that, but yeah, definitely factor in a little bit. Be like, all right, these guys played in the easiest of the conditions. It's not going to be this easy tomorrow, so X. But yes, it's not the end of the world, but I see where you're getting at. Let's look at a few more golfers before we finish this up. I don't mind Maverick McNeely's profile at all. He's gaining strokes in every category but the putting greens. He's not necessarily long right now, but we know Maverick McNeely is a long hitter usually, so that's a profile that I'm definitely looking for to bounce back. What's Michael Brennan up to? Worry about his around the green game for sure. Xander Schauffele. The dude has been struggling on approach, really has been struggling on approach of late, but I don't think he's going to get held back. I think the cream will rise to the top. Around the green, nice. Short game is nice. The driver is not bad. He's hitting it a long way, so I'm definitely down from there. Johnny Kiefer's short game is so freaking bad, and I can tell you that from being in Canada last week. Who else we got? Nice little profile. Min Woolley's a hammer tomorrow. He is a hammer tomorrow, guys. Like, he's gaining strokes tee to green. He's gaining, what, 1 point... Oh, it's right in front of my eyes. 1.48 strokes tee to green and losing 2.3 strokes on the greens. Min Woo Lee is not that bad of a putter. We know that for a fact. Min Woo Lee is not that bad of a putter. He should be nice in these conditions. I think he bounces back big time. One more golfer. Kurt Kitayama. I don't mind chasing a putter after one round. Maybe if it was like after two and it's really just like he's losing 4 strokes in 2 rounds. But Kurt Kitayama gaining 1.8 strokes tee to green, nice and long off the tee, nice around the green play. Can he find something on the greens? I don't think you need to be the best putter around Shinnecock. I think you need to hit it well and get up and down when you need to. So Kurt Kitayama for sure. Now that's going to lead me to the one golfer that I am on. The one golfer that I am on for tomorrow goes by the name of Hideki Matsuyama. He is only through 15 holes. He has a par 5 coming up, although it's not an easy par 5. Oh, is he on the par 5? Yeah. He has 6 feet for birdie. So whether he makes that, whether he misses that, I am not too concerned with that. But looking at Hideki's stat line, he is gaining 2.5 strokes tee to green. He's not the longest hitter in the world, but we know he's more long than he is accurate. That's fine for Shinnecock. And he's gaining 1.6 strokes around the green. That's definitely what I am looking for. So Hideki Matsuyama is the one golfer that I am on. So if you want all the content, you want the rest of the slate plan, you know where to find it. Ship It Nation, code BOOTS. You can get it for free. Any questions, you know where to find me. Before we get out of here, as always, if you're new here, song of the day every single day. The song of the day for this episode is going to be So My Eyes by Not Enough Space, Central Florida metalcore. Check it out. Any questions, you know where to find me. I will catch you guys tomorrow night with Showdown content. Peace out.